the truth.
Anthony, if we could just start, Frank said that he thought the main key was the extra passes, 39 assists, the most the franchise has had since 2009. What was into you guys in that way, just keeping the ball moving along like that?
Exactly what you said, just trying to move the ball and get easy looks. Last game, the previous two games before tonight, we didn't, we were taking a lot of one-pass shots, and when we get in the paint, we would just find one kick out and then shoot the ball. Instead of getting in the paint multiple times and had the defense moving and scrambling. So we did a good job of that tonight, getting in the paint, finding open shooters, and we didn't have a shot. We were swinging and getting in the paint again to find another guy. So the ball was hopping tonight. Hence why we had 39 assists.
Those 2 threes from Kuz late in the fourth were both on extra passes. But what is it like for you and LeBron to see him come through like that? As you're going to need him.
Yeah, I mean, he made some big time plays tonight. He's starting to get in the groove, starting to find his rhythm, and the more he's able to play like that, the harder it's going to be for us to be beat. He stepped up tonight. Took all his shots, in rhythm, and like I said, we trust in the next pass. We trust in the next guy to make a play for us, and we were going to the same play for Avery, and he was making the right play. Feeds to JaVale or getting his own shot. Or kickouts, whatever it was. So everybody was making the right reads tonight, and God stepped up big.
We understand you took a hit in the rib in the first quarter. Went back to get it taped up. How'd that feel? How did it impact? And just the other things you had been battling through early this season.
I took a shot. I'm not sure on what play or when it was, but took a shot and just wanted to go back here and get it taped up, wrapped up. It was kind of bothering me a little bit, so just got it wrapped up and taped up to kind of keep it secure, whatever the trainers were saying, or whatever. So, just try to get back on the floor as soon as possible.
Anthony, what were your impressions of this Suns team?
They're a great young team. They like to get out and run. They shoot a lot of threes. They do a great job of getting to the paint and finding shooters. I think they had maybe 15 plus threes tonight or something like that. So, and they're great in transition. And I think we did a good job of holding them to only 10 transition points. But the system that Monty has them running is perfect for this team, and they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Did it feel any different than the last couple of years when you come to Phoenix?
As far as what?
Just the kind of team that they have out there.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, they're a great young team. They're playing together. They playing with the extra pass, and they, playing through Book, and he's making the right reads. They had 3 guys in 20, and that guy in 18. So I mean, they all sharing the ball, playing the right way. So they're going to be a fun team to watch this year.
Anthony, LeBron said that the way you're gutting things out, it's a message to everybody else that you really have no excuse not to be out there yourself. That tough-minded mentality, how can that help this team get to where it wants to be?
I don't know. Thank you, LeBron. I just want to play. Like I say, it's tough for me to lead from the sideline. And so now it makes sense, obviously, but the more I can be on the floor and help this team win, that's what I try to do. I know what our goal is. I know what we're trying to do. So the more I can try to stay on the floor, the more steps we move toward our goal.
Second night back-to-back tomorrow, obviously the shoulder ribs. Is there any thought at all on your part to not playing tomorrow night?
Talk with the trainers and see. Obviously, we'll see how shoulder and the ribs feel, tomorrow, when I get up. And we'll go from there.
Anthony, there was a moment after the game when you and Kyle and LeBron got on the court together, and you guys both just looked so proud of him.
Yeah.
What did you say to him then, and how proud are you?
We just told him, welcome back. He's been trying to get in the groove, get in the rhythm for the last couple games, and with his legs back under him. And he did it tonight. He came up huge for us, made some big shots, time after time, and we were just so happy for him. When you see one of your guys playing well and getting back, we're excited for everyone. We just told him, just keep going.
LeBron, Kyle Kuzma had 23 points, hit 2 late big three-pointers. How happy are you to see him kind of rebound?
I mean, it was only a matter of time. Only a matter of time, and it came at the right time. You know, playing against a tough team this year. They've played some extremely great basketball this year so far, and it was great to have you know, the Kuz that we know was capable of. And he was just very patient. You know, took the shots that came to him in that first quarter. He really got it going, and then he finished it off.
Phoenix was sublime behind the three-point line. How'd you guys keep your composure defensively?
That's just been us all year. You know, in that third quarter, it was back and forth, back and forth. Nobody could get a stop. But we felt in the fourth quarter, if we just buckled down, got 2 or 3 stops, then we can kind of break open the game, and we did just that.
You had that kind of over Bell and Dwight. How much more does that help the guys when you get that kind of production?
I mean, that's what we love. I mean, we got a two-headed monster at our center spot, and we're in a league now where guys don't play, you know, the big fives as much, but we do. And our big fives are extremely good, are extremely athletic, extremely physical, and extremely smart as well. You know, so you know, to have that effort that they gave tonight, you know, started with JaVale, and Dwight gave his great minutes as well. So it was perfect.
You guys went small for those last few minutes. What was the key to getting some of those key rebounds that you got on the glass?
Just go get them.
What changes for you when Rondo comes back? How much does that help you to get out the ball some more?
It's something that I'm accustomed to. I could do either or, you know. But when Rondo is out there, it gets me off the ball. I'm able to get to the floor without the ball, catch it with a live dribble. And he's also a facilitator, guys who can put people in position throughout the whole possession. So you know, it's definitely great.
What has Anthony shown the team so far by, you know, dealing with whatever his body going through and still playing all these games?
He wants to play. He wants to play, and we just have to pick it up. You know, for him, I mean, when he's showing that grit, he's showing that what he, you know, playing, you know, with injuries, you know, there's no reason for any of us not to be able to be out there as well. So, you know, he's been showing everything.
You guys have 99 assists tonight. How big of a focus was both passing the ball and making the extra pass?
That was it was key. I mean, we talked about it a lot over the last couple of days. You know, after the Toronto loss yesterday, we talked about how we can, you know, not only get good shots but get great shots. And you know, and tonight we showed that. I mean, I think we had 21 assists or 22 assists at halftime, or something like that. And we just kept it going in the second half, and it was perfect. It was key to our win.
Frank talked a lot about Kyle, both with the ball and how he moved without the ball. What did you see from him in that today?
In the first half, he attacked early in transition. Willie's really good using his Euros to his floaters, you know, using his speed. And then in the second half, you know, he was just in the right spots at the right time. I was attracting a lot of double teams in the post, getting it kicked out, and we just made the right passes on the weak side. And you know, that last three was all because of AB's offensive rebound, getting that offensive rebound, kicking it out, and Kuz got that three. So, you know, he played it. You know, Kuz was just at the right place at the right time, but he was very patient tonight. You know, and it was key for him.
You guys talk so much about the depth on this team, how it can be anybody in a given night, but how important is it, or do you think it is important for Kyle to be kind of that reliable third scoring option on this team?
He is that, and you know, we know that. Everyone here knows that. It starts with me and AD, but Kuz is a huge piece of this puzzle. And when he can give us that effort. You know, we're not always looking for the 20 points or, you know, whatever, but, you know, just him being in attack. You know, him being in attack, him looking for his shots, you know, in the floor of the offense like all of us. You know, but he's just very key because he can give us a night like this where he can get 23 or he can get us 30. You know, we seen last year where he almost had 40, I believe, or he did have 40. Was he on his way for 50 last year against Detroit at home? He didn't play in the fourth, right? Yeah. Got a good memory. So he's capable of doing that.
Could you sense him over the last couple of weeks, Kuz kind of getting frustrated with, you know, conditioning, getting the legs back, shot not falling?
I think that's all of us. That's all of us. When the game is taken away from you, and you come back, you know what you're capable of, but your body is not quite there yet. You know, your timing is off. That's what anyone that wants to be great and put so much into their efforts, into their game, and into their mind. You know, you want it back right away, but it takes a little bit. It takes a little bit, and you know, he definitely was a little frustrated, but you know, he's definitely showed today why he stuck with it.
Rajon, first of all, just how'd you feel physically your first game back?
I felt fine.
39 assists. How much credit do you want to take for that? The ball moving around.
None. I just think we took care of the ball. We got good looks. We got stops when needed, and we're able to just continue to play for each other.
Looked like you were pretty bouncy throughout the game. They always say it's tough to replicate an NBA game except for playing in one. How were you able to get up to speed right away physically like that?
I got to give my teammates credit. They came in the last couple of days and played 5-on-5 with me. We were able to get up and down. Got in a couple of game scenarios and try to simulate the game as best as we could.
What had you been seeing mostly as you watched without playing that you try to apply when you played in this game tonight?
Just not going stretches without our main guys touching the ball, getting good looks, taking care of the ball as well, and getting back on defense.
Thoughts on Kuz in that fourth quarter and just the extra passes that enabled him to get those shots?
Coach been preaching it, all year, and tonight at halftime he said to continue to do what we did. I think we had 21 assists at halftime, and we made an extra pass, and the right guy got the ball at the right moment and he made a big shot. Made a couple big shots.
There was a play in the second half where you had the ball on the right wing, could have taken the three, put it on the floor, exploded to the hoop, you missed the layup, but to me it was like kind of a testing play. So I think you drove off your right leg. Were there moments like that you was at a moment where you were kind of laying it all out there after coming back from this injury?
No, I was just frustrated I missed a shot. I didn't think about my legs or anything. I just went out there and played. So I've been doing it, like I said, the last couple of days with my teammates giving me a great job of getting me back as close to shape as possible. But obviously I had the main restriction, but I felt good tonight.
Were there times where you got winded or you felt as if you wasn't back where you wanted to be just yet?
I'm surprised I was okay. I think it was actually I was in there with a couple possessions where I think we had 3 straight fouls, so I was able to get a break on the free throw line as well. So it wasn't as fast paced as I thought it was going to be, which is kind of helped in my favor.
Hey Frank, Phoenix hits a lot of threes. You miss a lot of free throws. What enabled you to still put that game away and stay in control?
We really committed to the extra pass. I challenged our guys last game to truly commit to it. We're playing pretty good extra pass basketball, but not good enough. And we had 31 assists last game, so they're all looking at me like, we still got to make more extra passes, and we responded tonight by having 39. And that's the secret for us. Like if we truly commit to the extra pass offensively and playing for each other, we're going to be near unbeatable. That was a really good team that we beat tonight, and that's a really good win.
Those 2 threes from Kuz, I think one came on Bradley's offensive rebound and kick out, and then Bradley makes the extra pass for the second one. Does that kind of epitomize the evening?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I think Avery's was even bigger because that was the extra pass that we've been looking for. He was great. He had that one stretch where we're running his play, and he scored 5, 6, 7 times in a row on it. But to me, that extra pass to Kuz with the game on the line, was the biggest play of the game. So, again, our guys are committed. LeBron had 11 assists and 1 turnover. That's back-to-back games where we've just been ridiculous with the assist-turnover ratio, and leading the charge for us.
AD went back to the locker room and sounded like just got some tape around the ribs, comes back on the court. Just what did you know about that, and how did you think he looked when he returned?
Playing through a lot of pain. He had a rib injury. He's being examined right now. We'll have an update, as we get it. But, a gritty effort for him to play through pain and helped us close the game out.
What do you think enabled Kyle to have the game he had tonight?
The passing. He was not forcing. He was playing inside-out basketball, and everybody else was. So he was a recipient of a lot of extra passes. So, he's a confident offensive player. He's going to be a major part of our season this year, and he was great with and without the basketball tonight.
Just with Kyle, is that somewhat of an offensive X factor compared to the first couple games as you're searching for somebody aside from LeBron and AD? Is that part of the design with what you get from him off the bench?
Yeah, he's a heck of a scorer, and that's a lot of firepower that we didn't have in the lineup the first X amount of games, and then even when he comes back, it's still going to be in a phase of rhythm and timing and conditioning, getting that all back. But he was great. But I want to say Rajon gave us a huge lift too. We had 120 offensive rating. That's the highest of the year, I believe, for us this season. And him running that second unit the way he did and orchestrating and getting us to play with pace and keeping us organized was a big factor in the win tonight.
Greg, how much more potent can you guys be when you get the kind of production out of Dwight and out of JaVale?
Yeah, those guys were 11 for 14 tonight. And both of them played great, and we needed everybody tonight. Phoenix played a great game, and they're playing out of their minds right now with how productive they've been. So we need everybody to step up, and everybody produced.